Y'all the reason we keep pushing. Keep on talking, we like
These
it.
people keep talking about me, but I don't care what they say. These people keep talking about me, but I don't care what they say. They talking about, they hating on me, they wanna see me fall. These people keep talking about me, but I don't care what they say.
Que Paso Mufaso. Welcome. You are on Project Expertise, where I'm the project. I share with you the expertise, and I have a great show for you on this episode. Sitting in with always in the dark over there in the cut, that is Dr. Bearstein. He is my producer. He is in my ear to make sure I do not go to our left, go too far right. I kind of stay in the middle, which I do not do, and provide you with some beneficial, with best work practices, some ideas, and my personal experience. Disclaimer, I'm not that special. I'm not that special. So if these best work practices, tips, and tricks work for me, I am sure they'll work even better for you. The time is 12:54 in the a.m. here in the Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina. And I hope you are motivated, you're ready, you are feeling great for the weekend ahead of us. By now, you should be wondering, I hope you are wondering, what you talking about, Bob Diddy? I'm glad you asked. Are you giving away your self-worth? Are you just giving it away? Are you a doormat? Is it just on the floor? Is it on the ground for anybody to walk on, pick up, throw away, and do with it as they see fit? That is the question. That is the topic at hand. That is what we're going to be talking about. And I hope you are prepared for the conversation. I think you know the YouTube etiquette. If not, I'm going to help you with it. How about that you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, or the notification bell just might hit you. In this day and age, anything is absolutely possible. I thank you very much for being here. Shout out to everybody that's watching on Rumble. Shout out, big ups to everybody that's watching over on X. If you would not mind hitting the follow button, can I get a love? It does not matter, because I'm going to give this conversation and this information, whether I'm in the chat alone, it does not matter. This is what I am meant to do, and this is what I'm going to do. So without waiting around, without the play, without further ado, let's get right into the information. So, sir, I see, ma'am, I see you. Do not skip this video. If you stay with me, I'm going to share with you 7 ways, 7 best work practices to build, cultivate, and not rent out your self-worth. And let's do it right about now. Let's go ahead and get right into it, because you're wondering what you're talking about, Walt Diddy. Are you giving away your self-worth? And if you are, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to help you with that right now. First and foremost, let's ask the question, what is self-worth? It's a simple Google search. You can go to the dictionary, anything that you want, and your phone, which is a smartphone, so let's use it for smart things, will read the answer to you. I did that very thing. I went to Google and I asked the question, what is self-worth? And on this show, I'm going to read so you don't have to. Self-worth is a deep internal belief that you are valuable, lovable, and deserving of respect simply because you exist. Wow. How amazing is the word self-worth? It is so amazing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to read it one more time. And of course, you don't have to, because I'm reading. Self-worth is defined as the deep internal belief that you are valuable, you are lovable, you are deserving of respect simply because you exist. It's your baseline measure of inherent human value, which means that on a human level, just because you exist, you deserve respect. You know the saying that you got to give respect to get respect? That is totally an error. But it's the baseline measure of inherent human value, which remains stable and steadfast regardless of daily achievements, failures, or most importantly, and we're going to get into this, the opinion of others. We've heard the saying, opinions are like booty holes. Everyone has one. So we know that self worth is just a belief that you're valuable, you're lovable, that you're deserving of respect. It is a baseline measurement of your human value, even if you fail, even if you do not achieve goals, and despite the opinion of others. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's build on that just a little bit. Why not? It is amazing. Did you know that understanding self worth involves looking at how it operates? It differs from other concepts that you may be familiar with. We always talk about self esteem. Did you know your self worth is more valuable than your self esteem? Self esteem and self worth come from two different sides of a hemisphere. Self esteem and self worth are polar opposites. And here's the reason why. Let's get into the difference between self worth and self esteem. We've heard the accusations that people make. You have low self esteem. Build your self esteem. Well, I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you will never get to self esteem if you are overlooking, bypassing, not cultivating, nourishing your self worth. What are some of the differences? Here we go, right here. We have it in the columns, as you can see right here. Number one column is self worth, number two is self esteem. The core. Here's self worth. Knowing you are good enough as you are. Self esteem is liking what you do. I like how I achieved that goal. I like how I washed my brand new car. The car does not have anything to do with your self worth. Self worth is just knowing that you're good enough with or without the car. Self esteem is how you feel when you driving around impressing others in said car. Next up is stability. Let's keep the columns where you can see them, ladies and gentlemen. There is stability. Here's the stability feature of self-worth. Internal, unwavering, and dependent of circumstances. So it is internal on the inside. It's unwavering, and it's not dependent upon circumstance. It's not dependent on you getting a promotion at work. Your self-worth is not dependent on if people in the office like you. Your self-worth has nothing to do with how much money you earn, where you live, your address, your favorite music, or any of those things. Now, self-esteem is external. That's where we get this confused. Self-worth is internal. No one can see it. We all think in secret. Self-esteem, we show it. It's an external feature and an external quality. It's external and it fluctuates, right? It refers to success, praise, or accomplishments. People that's achieved a high level of status may have a high self-esteem to reflect that status. But on the flip side, they could have a low self-worth. We have read, seen, watched the movies about billionaires, millionaires, and those that have achieved a lot more than you and I, perhaps on a materialistic standpoint and or, things that really don't matter, that have a low self-worth. And the last thing that we want to look at under the features of self-worth, ladies and gentlemen, is the focus. Think about it like this. Self-worth is saying that I am inherently valuable. I'm valuable. I'm valuable just because I exist. I am valuable just because I live and I breathe. Self-esteem, on the other hand, is external. You're valuable because you're good at basketball. You're valuable because you're good on the football field. You're valuable because you have a six-figure job. That's the disconnect that we're seeing here in America and around the world. People are running off the self-esteem fuel instead of the self-worth fuel, which causes loneliness, depression, anxiety, and a lot of other factors that are plaguing society. Next up, here is the meat and potatoes. Right now, I'm going to share with you 7. That's right, 7 ways how to stop renting out your self worth. What is renting? Well, you ever had an apartment? Maybe you're in college. Maybe you do it now. You rent. You're on a month to month. You're on a lease. Do you want your self worth on a lease? Do you want your self worth to be month to month, or do you want it to be everlasting? Right? Excuse me, I should say self worth. So, do you want to rent out your self worth? Do you want a month to month basis, day to day self worth, or do you want it to be everlasting to the day you take that last breath? Do you want to just give your self worth away, renting it out, people ups and downs and how they feel and project on us affect your self-worth? If you'd like to stop that, stay with me and we're going to go through this one by one, line by line, very fast and efficiently so we can build self-worth. Number 1, the first thing we need to do to build a high self-worth, maintain it, protect it, and keep it is define your self-worth and conduct an audit. Define your self-worth. Mentally write it down, whichever you prefer. As I mentioned, you have a smartphone. It has a memo, voice, record it, write it down, log it in your memory bank when you need to pull it out, and we need to conduct the audit. Well, I know what you're wondering. How do we do said task? And here it is. First and foremost, we need to define our self-worth, right? Mentally and hold it in our mind. Make a image, a picture. What do you see when you think self-worth and yourself? Put the 1 and 1 together and make it 2. Make the 2 become 1. Each time you catch yourself scanning others, right, another person for value, verdict, pause and think. Think about it. Are you allowing others to dictate, define, and give you a self-worth, or do you know that you have self-worth just because you exist? Those are the things that get us distracted. Those are the things that will lead to anxiety if we do not have a pure, defined definition of our self-worth. My self-worth, I feel differently than you're going to feel about your self-worth, but both are valuable and both are beneficial. So we want to pause and think and retrain the brain to take that feedback. Okay, is this just something you feeling, or is this really a factor, or is it really impacting or defining my self-worth? No one else needs to define your self-worth. That's why it's called self-worth. Moving on to number 2 on our list of 7 is separate identity from achievement. As I mentioned earlier, we have self-esteem and we have self-worth. Self-esteem is external. Self-worth is internal. Self-worth is what we sense, feel, know about ourselves when no one is looking. What we sense, feel, and know about ourselves when we're looking in the mirror. What we sense, feel, and know about ourselves when no one else is around. Those nights when you're by yourself. Self-worth will determine the fact that if you are alone or lonely. It's a big difference. Let's see if we can find out with number 2. Extend that principle of achievements, right? Separate knowing achievements from self-worth. I just achieved a big goal, so my self-esteem is high. That high self-esteem will come down very, very fast like a ton of bricks on the Empire State Building if you do not have a high self-worth. Right? Focus on pleasing yourself. Peacekeeping. A high level of peace. You show me someone that has a high level of peace, I'll show you someone that has a high self-worth. And knowing that the comfort of others is not a measure of your self-worth. People want to be comfortable around you. Sometimes they want to put you in your place. kind of bring you down so you're not above them. See, they're living from their self esteem. We want to live from our self worth. Very, very important. Moving on to number 3 on our list, ladies and gentlemen. Number 3 is use self compassion as your eviction project. Right? Excuse me. Use self compassion as your eviction notice to others, right? Go ahead and evict people's negative thoughts and negative labels of you out of your mind. If you do not, you can't build a high self worth. You can't live the life that you are destined to be. You can't be as happy and peaceful as you deserve to be unless you evict the images, the projection, the naysayers. Get that out of your mind. What someone else thinks about you is none of your business. Did you ask? Unless you're asking what you think of me, the way they feel, the way they think of you is none of your business. What's important is how you feel about yourself. Knowing that you're inherently valuable just because you exist. Knowing your own self-worth. Let's evict those people out of our minds. Not out of our lives, perhaps, but definitely out of our minds. In moments of disapproval, place a hand over your heart and say, this is painful. And my value remains intact. Do you know when somebody want to try to bring you down at work, critique something? Well, that was nice, but. You did that good, but. As they're talking, go ahead and just kind of rub your chest, put your hand over your heart, and say to yourself, wow, dang, this is painful. But it does not impact my self-worth. It does not bring me down. My self-worth remains intact. That is a great practice. I do it all the time at work and meetings. I just kind of rub my chest, feel my heart, and say, listen, I ain't kind of hurt. You're trying to cut me at the knees. It's okay. My self-worth, my value remains intact. Practice doing that. And if you feel a little awkward putting a hand on the heart, visualize you putting your hand on your heart, feel your heart beating, feel yourself breathing, existing, and just say to yourself, dang, how painful. But guess what? My value remains intact. It's very important because faith comes by hearing and hearing and hearing. Power of life and death is in our tongues. You must have the faith to call forth those things that be not as though they were. At your lowest moments, you need to be telling yourself that, hey, my value remains intact. I just got laid off. My value remains intact. She just walked out of my life. My value remains intact. He just tried to embarrass me in front of all my family. That was painful, but my value remains intact. Moving on to number 4, ladies and gentlemen. If you're enjoying this content, do me a huge favor. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. As I mentioned, the notification bell just might hit you. Number 4 on our list, set firm boundaries. It's a opportunistic thing to do, but it's very, very important if you're going to practice a high self-worth. You're going to be at peace with yourself. Right? Anxiety leads to breaking down of the nervous system, leads to depression, leads to a lot of disease and illnesses. But we can avoid all of those just by setting some firm boundaries. And how do we do that? Write down your boundaries. Give me 3. Here's 3 for me right now. I do not accept low-key backhanded compliments. 2, I do not accept being cut off in conversation and ignored. I end the conversation. I take my attention elsewhere. Number 3, I will not be used. I will not be used for nefarious reasons. I will not be used as an emotional tampon. I will not be used for you to project upon me your bad energy, your doubts, and your fears. Those are 3 hard boundaries that I have. As soon as one is crossed, I don't have to show out. I don't have to call anyone out of their names. I do not have to be rude. I remove myself, my energy, and if need be, I do not return. So that's what we want to do. Let's get 3 firm boundaries. Write them down. Write them in your brain. However you want to store them, put them in your phone, and you stick to them. You enforce those boundaries. You enforce them. I don't care if it's with your mother, your father. You must do it for your own peace, for your own health, for your own self worth. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, to number 5 of 7. Here's number 5 of 7. Let's reframe feedback as data, not a verdict. As I mentioned, we're going to get some information and some feedback that we do not like. Right? Do I look good in this? Yeah. You can see it on someone's face. They're saying no. Did you get the promotion? Perhaps not. Did you fail that goal? It happens. Someone wants to say, give you a backhand compliment or degrade you. What we need to do is reframe the feedback as data. It's like we're putting data into a phone. Maybe they Google searching something upon us, but it's not a verdict. What could we mean by that? When criticized as, is this information useful? Can I do something with this? Hey, I would have did it like this. Right? You ain't going to get that right. Man, you better not do that. I told you that was going to happen. All the negative information, or when somebody projects on you. Right? Now, you failed once before. You mean you're going to try that again? What they're saying is, I'm afraid to try again because I failed. What you want to do is ask yourself this. Can I use this? Or is this just some data? Because you know what we can do with data? We can either back it up and store that data, like we do on a hard drive and anything like that, or we can delete. We can delete that. We can delete the cookies. We can erase, and we can restart our mental system and throw that away. Don't be rude. When they give me that backhand compliment, just look in the eyes, stay silent for 10 seconds. It's going to be eerie to them, and give them a bobblehead. And don't reply. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Basically, that's what number 5 is telling us. Reframe the feedback as data. Just some information, not a verdict of who you are, where you're going in life, what you're capable of, and your self-worth. Number 6. Perform solo meaningful activities with 0 audience. Do some stuff by yourself. Go to the movies by yourself. Take a walk by yourself. That's what it's telling you. Choose one value-aligned activity. Something that you really love to do. I don't care. Do you like going to conferences? Go by yourself. When the last time you've been on vacation? Have you ever took a vacation by yourself? You married with a family? No problem. Take a walk by yourself, for yourself. All right. So choose one aligned value-added activity, such as walking. Maybe you like writing, singing, playing the guitar. It does not matter. And do it entirely alone. No company. Hey, Mom, I want to go. Mommy, be right back. Hey, Dad, I want to go. Daddy, be right back. I'll be right back. I'm going to handle something right quick. All right. Let your significant other know these things, too. Hey, baby, I'm going to go take me a quick walk. Where are you going? I just walk, clear out my head, and I'm going to come back, spend some time with you. Do these things to build your self-worth, to shake off all the naysayers and all the negativity that you may have picked up during the day. Do it because you deserve it. Do it because you exist. Do it because the best times and best conversations that you're going to have is going to be with yourself and alone. So that's what we want to do. We want to share some time with ourselves by ourselves. So number 6 is perform solo, meaningful activities with 0 audience. You don't need an audience. If you can, leave the cell phone. Go clear your mind. Talk to yourself in your mind. Talk to yourself out loud. It's okay. It's okay. The best conversation you're going to have is with yourself. Tell yourself good things. If you need to replay an event or a moment of the day, tell yourself it was just data. It's not a verdict of who you are. They were projecting on you, and guess what? Cut off their camera. Don't be a screen for them to project on. And round it up, we are at number 7. Told you I was going to give you 7 ways to stop renting out, giving away, letting your self-worth be a doormat. And number 7 is right here, ladies and gentlemen. Number 7, write a declaration of inherent worth. Write your declaration. You heard of the Declaration of Independence? It stood the test of time. Sometimes when we're in conflict with other countries, there be that declaration of WAR. Write a declaration of your inherent worth. How much are you worth? You don't feel like writing it down, record your voice. Listen to it when you go on that walk. Listen to it in the car when normally you're a little bit upset or cranky about being stuck in traffic. That is the perfect time to plug in, throw on the Bluetooth, and listen to your declaration of your worth. Compose a brief first-person statement affirming your self-worth, your stability. Make it non-negotiable, right? Your non-negotiable value. You're not going to negotiate your value as a human being, as a person, as someone that is worthy. Right? Does gold negotiate itself? No, it's valuable. Diamonds are valuable. Petroleum is valuable. Land is valuable. The price may go up and down, but we know it is inherently valuable, scarce, just like you. And read it each morning. Put it on your mirror. Read it. I recommend what I do. I record it. And here is my declaration of my self-worth. I am more than enough. I'm worthy. I'm adequate. I'm deserving of peace and happiness. What others think about me is none of my business. I'm here. I just woke up today to be the best version of myself that I can possibly be as happy and grateful to be alive as I can be, and I am the somebody that I want to be. I have opportunities, and we'll work on said opportunities. But borrow that. You're more than enough. You're worthy. You're adequate. You are deserving of respect. You are deserving of happiness. You are deserving of love. And you are deserving to exist right here on this place we call planet Earth. Ladies and gentlemen, I just gave you 7. That's right. 7 ways to stop renting out your self-worth to other people. Stop renting out your self-worth to your job. Stop renting out your self-worth to frustrations and non-controllables. In this life, we have controllables and we have non-controllables. How someone else feels about you is a non-controllable. Let's not worry about that. Unless you have done them harm or some things like that that you need to make right, let's not worry about it. I don't like her. I don't like him. He walk around, blah, blah, blah. That is not our business. And please, please use this declaration that I'm about to share with you that I just mentioned of your self-worth. You, me, we are more than enough. We are adequate. We are deserving of peace, happiness, and abundance. The way other people feel about you and me is none of our business. I don't ask people how they feel about me. All right. And I'll share with you what my father told me before he left the home when I was 8 years old. He never came back, missed all my major events. But before then, he used to look me in these 2 eyes and say, Walter, you can do anything you want to do if you put your mind to it. As you can see, I put my mind into making this content. I put my mind into being a value here on YouTube. I put my mind in sharing this personal experience. I suffered from a low self-worth for many years until I took control. I set some firm boundaries, and I followed the 7 best work practices that I share with you. So if you found this information valuable, out of 7 that I shared you, if one, you can incorporate one, it will change your life. Do me a huge favor. I'm not asking for your money, not asking for a bunch of time. I'm asking you to like. I'm asking you to share. I'm asking you to subscribe. I'm asking you to hit the notification bell, and the notification bell just might hit you like the harsh reality that if you do not work on your self-worth, if you do not know the difference between self-worth and self-esteem, you will always struggle. You will undervalue yourself. You will not lead the peaceful, abundant life that you absolutely deserve. You will not get the inherent respect that you deserve for being a human being, and You may even suffer from anxiety, depression that leads to a breakdown of the nervous system and dis-ease. I hope I helped you. You have just been on Project Expertise, where I'm the project. I just share with you the expertise from my personal experience, from some research, and from some hard knocks, and I hope you use it. I promise you, if you remember anything that I've told you in this presentation, remember that you're more than enough. You're worthy, you're adequate, you're deserving of respect, love, and all of the great things in life. Seize the moment. Work on your self-worth. Do not rent it out to others. Do not let others dictate and define your self-worth. Do it for yourself. Till the next video, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you come back and visit me because I plan to visit you. Have a great, great day no matter where you are in the world. I hope this helped you. I know it helped me. It made me remember number 7. Very important. Shout out to the brainy one for being here. I appreciate it, man, rocking with me. We are finished on the Walk Duty channel, walking out the daylight. Gonna soon put that on private. I just use it to share on my community tab. I hope you enjoyed this conversation. Gonna keep it kind of short because I want people to come back and see it. And we're gonna break out those 7 best work practices to build that self-worth. I know in my mind's eye, I know in my heart of hearts, this channel is gonna be very, very impactful. It's gonna be a lot of people here because we are reaching those times dealing with the spiritual warfare and everything that we are dealing with. People may come over and we can build a community where we're going to talk about what we can learn from the King James Version of the Bible to help our lives. We're going to talk about Stoicism to help our lives. We're going to talk about healing our emotional timeline that we all have to heal our lives. And we're going to bounce ideas off one another. I hope this is impactful for you. I hope that you are planning a great weekend to do something for yourself. But if you do anything, build that self-worth. Build your character, and know the difference between self-worth and self-esteem are 2 different things. Self-worth is on the inside, self-esteem is on the outside, and it's what's on the inside that matters most. Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, or the notification bell just might hit you. And until the next episode of Project Expertise, where I'm the project and I share with you the expertise, I bid you a fun, a grateful, and a hey, thanks for watching. Farewell.
Y'all the reason we keep pushing. Keep on talking, we like
These
it.
people keep talking about me.